easier than ever to connect with someone digitally. And that is helping the surrogacy industry, especially with not having to find a surrogate through the expense of an agency. Celebrity exposure. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Matthew Broderick, Sarah Jessica Parker, just to name a few, they all have surrogate children, and they're very open about it, and they're increasing the popularity of the surrogate industry. Same-sex marriages is on the rise, and couples now have a chance to have a child of their own bloodline. And the recent successes, or I should say improved successes, of in vitro fertilization in the last few years has really increased the success of surrogacy. So the two kind of go hand in hand there. There's a high search count on Google. Over 100,000 a month people are searching in the U.S. alone for surrogacy-related keywords. And the industry in itself is new, although the word surrogacy has been around for a couple decades, but it's just now really starting to take shape as its own industry. Technology is available now that can produce surrogate children at a high success rate thanks to IVF. But online resources haven't kept pace, so we're going to change that. First of all, revenue. How are we going to generate revenue? You can sign up for an account for free, but you're going to have limited messages, 5 a month. But for $50 a month, you can upgrade to unlimited messages, much like a Match.com or eHarmony would do. Users can be intended parents. They can be fertility clinics. They can be agencies. They can be attorneys, really anybody in the surrogate industry. We will not be charging for surrogates, egg donors, or sperm donors because we believe they're the foundation for the site and they should have unlimited messages. But everyone else can pay to be on the site for $50 a month after a certain amount of messages are sent and received. The other way we're going to generate revenue is sponsorship. So fertility clinics, attorneys, other services trying to reach surrogates and intended parents, they can pay to be on the site, to have their profiles front-loaded on search results, to have their ads placed strategically throughout the site, and to also have unlimited messages. Competition. There are 2 known websites that do what we do with just much less features. We're going to go through them right now. First of all, surrogatefinder.com is actually based in India. There's some translation issues there from, because of obviously the difference in dialect. So the pros, first of all, their best pro is their good SEO coverage. Their cons, their poor UI, UX design. Their interface has many broken links. Their profiles are outdated. Many times when you do search results, the last login, which is visible on the profile, many times is over a year. So I'm not even sure their site is even being updated. I've sent a couple support requests with questions on their site, and I never heard back. So the other one, findsurrogatemother.com, the pros are they have a good quality of users. They're relatively active community. I don't believe it's because of the actual website. I just think because it's currently the only solution out there as opposed to going to an agency. The cons are they have very poor flow. It's difficult to get around to the site. It's difficult to search for users. It's difficult to save alerts and message people. They need a lot of improvements, and they don't have a very big staff there from what I've gathered, but their support is decent. Whenever I've sent in a support request, I've gotten a reply within a few days. So there are some pros and cons to that. On the team here, myself, I'm the founder, 18 years of digital marketing experience. I have digital marketing experience both on the director level and the chief marketing officer level. I'm a lifelong serial entrepreneur. I've built and sold 3 companies. I've wrote 5 books. I'm an 8-year Army vet. I don't like to talk too much about myself, so I'll just leave it there. Joe Guarneri is our chief technology officer. He's the owner of Arc Software Studios. He's the chief data architect for multi-million-dollar companies and is a startup specialist. He has over 10 years of experience leading software and technology products and departments for all companies of all sizes. So what are we going to need to get started? First of all, inbound marketing, upper left here, $3,800 a month. The subcategories here include SEO, influencer outreach, content marketing, and PPC, which, pay-per-click. I have vast experience, decades of experience. It makes me sound old, but I do, in each of these categories. So I'm confident in my ability to lead and drive traffic for each of those. The staff costs $1,500 a month. Inherent cost about $1,000. That includes stuff like website hosting, data processing, stuff like that. And all of this is conservative. I expect it to be lower, but I like to err on the conservative side. And technology development, as we grow, there's inherently going to be technology costs and changes and upgrades to the site. I anticipate that to be about $1,000 a month. So the estimated burn rate, if you add all that together, is about $7,300 a month. So what am I forecasting? So I'm going to assume a 50% growth rate every quarter year. And at $50 per user per month, that puts us at these numbers. The blue line is the expenses, which is just flat. I didn't want to complicate it too much. Yes, there's going to be obviously probably a rise like this in expenses. But if we're going to be erring on the side of being conservative, let's assume a flat line for now. These bottom line is Q1 through 4, obviously based on quarters every 3 months. So this number right here is the user count. So this is the paid user count. Okay. So 25 users going up to 3856. This is all based on a 50% growth rate quarter over quarter. So by the end of 2020, we'd have 427 paid members per month, which assumes a little bit over $21,000 per month. The ask is $175,000, and that covers the first 2 years of expenses, again, being conservative. So if you want to talk a little bit more in detail especially about the numbers, but the business model as a whole, Surrogate industry as a whole, feel free to reach out to me. I'm Mike@surrogatelist.com. There's my phone number. We plan on launching in a couple months, and I'm anxious to hear from you. Thanks very much.